Thank you very much for inviting a Brazilian to come to the sunny Miami and to staying for this last presentation. I'm Maria. I'm one of ABI's brand director. I'm responsible for Skol. And our conversation today is about how Skol, the leading beer brand in Brazil, is breaking all the category codes to advocate and to keep connected with the trends, the new values, and the new movements of the society. Here I am coming to the sunny Miami. In order to do this, I think it's important to onboard you into Skol's credentials and dimensions. So, Skol is the third biggest beer brand in the whole world in terms of volume. It has been appointed for 6 times in a row the most valuable brand in Latin America. As you can see, Brazilians are much more into beer than into financial business, so like us. And third, it holds the highest levels of preference power and preference of a brand in the country. Having said that, it's also important to give you a perspective on how beer communication was built and developed in the country. As you can see, it was upon a very male and masculine perspective and standpoints. Not only reinforcing this male aspects and all this traditional Brazilian frame, but also supporting and providing men to be a real man, you know? It was all about this. And meanwhile, Skol was built and framed upon 3 different pillars. First one, a very smooth brand in terms of liquid, and a very light brand in terms of mind. Then a very innovative brand, a brand that brought all these big novelties to the market, not only in terms of liquid packagings, but also in terms of events, communication, and medias and everything. And third, a very youth brand connected to young values, a brand that is very democratic, inclusive, in a way of putting everybody together, but always in this frame, like in this same frame of male and masculine perspective. And although Brazil is a very conservative country, and you might know about my new president, society values are changing as a trend, which embraces women empowerment, respect to gender and race diversity, and which is giving men a new role in the society. I mean, all of this is creating a new environment and a new perspective to all of us, people, companies, and brands. Together with these trends comes a movement of people looking for transparency, truth, genuine actions, and genuine messages, not just marketing. So for a brand to be able to embrace these proposals, positionings, and point of view, it should be a movement inside out. I mean, it must be true to the company, then to be able to be true to go to the market. And in this way, we had to make a lot of changes in the company. So first of all, we made all of our high levels executives aware of the problem or the gap or the opportunity. Then we created some affinity groups that are generating talks, a lot of different talks, and we are developing training with those content and guiding all the company through this new mindset, you know, trying to give more content about respect to the whole company. Meanwhile, we became UN's members of Women's Principle. And moreover, we are trying to understand how to make our stakeholders and people profile more diverse. All of this, it seems like little, but it's guiding the company to this new mindset, you know? It's evolving, it's making all the company moving and evolving. So, and it was the first step, you know? So while it was already in place and moving forward, Skol was able to join the movement and to take it to the market. So we selected here some of the most iconic cases of the brand to share with you how Skol is presenting and getting into this journey and this universe that has been really hard and really tough. And to start, let's talk about women, the relation with women and beer. And you know, as you have already seen, beer communication was used to show women as a sexy symbol, never as a regular consumer, just always someone that was serving beer and not drinking it, you know? So we selected one of the most iconic trade materials to build brand in Brazil that is very important to the point of sales, to step it up and to present this new point of view of the brand. And for me, you know, it's not just a case about women approach, but for me, it's a case about a big brand, a huge brand, that is maintaining its innovative and pioneer positioning, but it's evolving its point of view, its mindset, and it's making changes, leaving the past behind. I hope you enjoy it.
These images are part of our past, but the world has evolved and so has Skol, and this doesn't represent us anymore.
Eu aceitei esse convite porque é importante desconstruir estereótipos, preconceitos. Uma coisa que eu tive muita vontade de fazer foi tirar a mulher de ser a pessoa que está servindo a cerveja. Não, ela está tomando a cerveja. Que bom que a gente está aqui para dialogar sobre isso, porque eu acho que o primeiro passo é o diálogo. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the next big movement was related to the LGBT community that had never been part of the beer conversation at all. So to get into this in a very genuine way, we have gone beyond traditional marketing. We start conversations with the community to understand their really needs, and we decided to sponsor some of the most iconic LGBT parades in the country. And it seems like small and little, but you know, Skol was the first consumption brand in Brazil to be together with this movement, with this community. So it seems like crazy because we are talking about 6 million people in the street in one of those parades, but it was the first movement, and after Skol, a lot of other brands come and join us. And along these years, we have created and developed a lot of different activations. The one that I love the most is this special edition can, in whose revenues we reverted to the LGBT community. And it's iconic for me because it's about the brand changing its icon, that is the arrow for Skol, to embrace the LGBT flag, you know. This year's activation was also very special. Skol invited 4 other different brands that big companies that were already playing this game to donate 1 letter of each brand name and to create the Stanford LGBTQ as a symbol of donating money for one of each of these LGBTQ causes. So we were about 5 big companies, and it was really nice, generate a lot of talks, but the best was yet to come. Actually, after starting the movement, other 10 companies joined us, and donated as well one of the letters of their name and donate money to one of those causes. So it was really, really important for us. Generate a lot of talk in Brazil, conversation around those brands and especially around the cause. Oh yes, this is important. Actually, all these actions and activations allowed Skol to even start marketing in the more traditional way, you know, but always with this very special and humanized approach. So we did this film. Take a look. Hope you like it.
Beba com moderação.
Okay, so another key conversation was prejudice and race talk. And in order to give the right perspective of the theme here, we invited black people from different cities and different communities all over the country to join us and design and create different activations and inappropriate activations. And we selected this one that is a special edition collection can with different skin types and colors. So Skol gave it up of its traditional yellow color to embrace all of those. And all these guys that will be in the film were participating in developing with us all the actions. Okay, so all of these small pieces and actions gave us credential and empowered us to talk loudly. So we draw up a summer campaign, which is the most important consumption moment in the country, putting the subject in the center of the brand conversation, you know, talking really to the whole country in this way. And raising the flag of this cause and advocating for the cause. This campaign was really huge. It was about 6 or 8 TVCs, and I selected 2 for you to understand the mood and to be into this.
Vergonha? Vergonha do quê? De ser narigudo? Gordinha? Ah, fala sério. Põe essa careca no sol. Tira a camisa, meu irmão. Mostra esse peitinho. Vai de biquíni, meu amor. Sente o vento na cara, no narigão, na cabeleira. A vida é longa e o verão é curto. Você tem espelho em casa? Então sai de casa. Vê se enxerga. Verão Skol. Redondo é sair do seu quadrado.
Se beber, não dirija.
Cor. Tá aí uma coisa que vai ser importante nesse verão. E sabe qual é a cor da moda? A sua, a minha, a dela, a desses todos ali, ó. De que cor você ou eu somos por dentro, hein? Cor de gente ou cor de burro quando foge? Ninguém é diferente de ninguém. Ao mesmo tempo, ninguém é exatamente igual a ninguém. Essa é a única tendência desse verão. Ser colorido. Preconceito ninguém quer ver, nem pintado. Verão Skol. Redondo é sair do seu quadrado.
Se beber, não dirija.
Okay, so having done that, Skol raised the bar of the beer communication and improved it, and there's a lot of other players and competitors moving and evolving and changing. Their girls are wearing clothes right now in the TVC, so it's a big improvement. And actually, it was a way of connecting and strengthening bonds with our consumers, bringing newcomers to beer, especially women and young adults. And also, it was a way of putting the brand in the spotlight, generating a massive PR, a lot of conversation around it. However, not all that glitters is gold. In the end of the day, it was a long journey. We made a lot of mistakes. We are still learning a lot. And there's just one thing we are pretty sure about. It's still a long road, and we must be very consistent. Just to end up our conversation, I will leave you with a film of Skol's vision, and it could be a provocation for all of you as well, to rethink your old and squared, my square concepts. Let's do this. Okay, evolving and evolving.
Se beber, não dirija.
Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and feel free to contact us for any kind of conversation that you want. We can
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah,
Now, does anybody have any questions? Yes, there's one over here.
Yes, I really love the journey of this Skol, since the first action of the redesign of the image of the women on the poster.
Yeah. Thank
That
you.
was amazing.
Thank you.
My question is, you are doing a great job in Brazil. However, in Latin America, this kind of conversation are a little bit behind behind.
Yeah, you're right.
And the rest of the region.
You're
In
right.
your opinion, working for this kind of brand, where the objectivization of the women is regular action, what do you think the other countries need
To improve
to
this?
do
Yeah.
to start the conversation?
Actually, it's an important question because we are talking all over the world around this, you know. It was something bold, and I was very, like, everybody said, you were completely crazy to do this, you know. It's a very male category, as you know. But what I believe is that everybody's seeing, when you take a look at another brand moving and going further and everything doing fine, you join the movement, you know? So I really believe all the other brands that we have at ABI, and I'm not sure from where you are.
I am from Colombia. I thought.
Colombia. Which is the brand over there?
Águila.
Aguila is our brand over there, yeah. I'm not sure about the communication over there, but I really believe we are talking with all the countries, especially in Latin America, to improve and to step it up and to make these changes. But it's not easy, you know. Everybody want to make everything like this with the smallest brand, you know. Like, take one of your tiny brand and put this and start talking and start the conversation. So I think it was bold because it was about the biggest brand in the country, you know. But it wasn't easy at all. And actually, it seems like I made this change, but I've been working for the company for about 10 years. And so I'm responsible as well for those other campaigns, you know, for those other girls, and I was responsible as well. So I have to make these changes, you know. And for me, it's a way of showing the movement and people moving forward and brand moving forward and showing that it's good, and then everybody joining in, you know. Yeah.
Is there any immediate plan for the brand now, considering the rise of conservative voices after the election?
Hard question, really hard question. Yes, there are a lot of talks and a lot of. Actually, we were like not as a company but as a brand, you know, because I was like, guys, I wanna say something, you know, because it's a very conservative president, but I'm a brand of I work in a company, a big company, and it's not very easy, you know. But actually, yeah, we're gonna do something this week, and actually, the thing is, it's not something big, but it's about, guys, we are together in the good times and in the bad times, you know. Count with us, we are together, still together, and that must be consistent. See, yeah. No, yeah.
When you become a brand that takes a stand and says, okay, I'm here for integration for everybody, then people are going to ask you, so what do you think about other stuff? I know that you believe in integration, but what about the gay marriage? Yeah, all right. What about legalization of marijuana? What about abortion? What religion are you? And people start asking you questions and demanding you to create a personality. Just like are you left wing? Are you right wing? How do you cope with that as a brand? How do you take on this discussion? Because if you go, no, Ellen now, you go, like, we are the Ellen now brand,
Yeah.
you alienate half of the country already.
It's hard. Yeah, you're right. It's so hard. But what I believe is that Skol, I tried to present Skol at the beginning just for you to understand that it was a brand supposed to go for this movement. It wasn't about, oh, okay, take one of your brands and put it into this. Yeah, it's not about, okay, let's embrace diversity because we think it's nice. No, it was the essence of the DNA of the brand. The brand was always about breaking patterns, standards, questioning. So it was when we were taking a look at the movement of the society, we said, okay, Skol is the brand to embrace this and to go for this with this. But there's a limit, you know. The brand is about inclusion. it's about the beer, you know, the beer that gets everybody together, that gets everybody join. So when it comes to like abortion or marijuana or things like this, it's easier for me than this question, because there's a limit, you know. No, my brand stands for people together, everybody together, and inclusion, democratizing. So it's easier, I think. I think it's harder when it comes to the connection between the brand, the company, and the president, and the politics is more like no limits. Do you agree?
It is some sort of risk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a point of view on that. Like, I know the president in Brazil. I'll just keep my mouth
Yeah.
shut. Because people are going to ask you, hey, you're a powerful brand.
But you know, actually we have been in a way, because we haven't said anything until now, and in a way Doritos, Burger King, and Skol were brands that were in a way like, come on guys, are you gonna say something or no? And it was something like, and now what should I say, you know, because
Brands for everybody.
and
Doritos is not the leftist brand. Like Burger King is not
Yeah.
the brand of the democracy, right?
yeah, you're right, and in a way they are smallest brand, you know. So when it comes to it's the biggest brand of my company. So my president was, are you fucking kidding me? No, come on, go slowly down. But and I think my role is pushing and say, no, I don't agree. This is another proposal, and here it comes. Go.
My question will go on this direction, because Skol is nowadays, I think, the most valuable brand in the country, right?
Yeah.
And you work for a company that is very results-driven and a very aggressive company. So how is it? I keep imagining how tough it's just in your chair, because you have to manage the purpose and the whole thing in a massive brand with results.
Yeah.
So how is this?
It's tough, you know, but I think a good thing about ABInbev is that when we understand the problem, we go for it. We do everything that we need to go and to solve it and to put people behind and to work. So in a way, I think we were able to show everybody, and especially the high-levels executives, how huge was the opportunity and how big could be the problem if it wasn't something like that we stand for, you know, so something like a flag for the brand. And you know, I don't have all the answers, to be true, because it's a journey, you know, and we are still on it. So we're trying, and until now I'm here, you know. And yeah, maybe when I get back with this new president, I'm fired. But you know, until now, then I call you guys to have any opportunity.
Just take the last one now. We're running out of time. In the back, please.
Yeah, so as a marketer myself, I was very excited to see a big brand working paradigms like this in such a powerful way. My one question to you is, it sounds like you got some new consumers coming in from the younger adults and the women, but what happened to your base consumer? Did you lose any of those men that were your primary consumers?
I'm pretty sure that yes, but the good thing about being in a big company is this, because we have a lot of other brands that are talking about other stuffs, you know. There's one thing that we all agreed is that we cannot use women like an object in any of our brands anymore. We have to treat everybody with respect, But the thing is, Skol is the brand that is embracing this cause. Brahma talks about football and whatever. Who cares? Go for it. You know, like there's a lot of people. There's their public. You know, their consumers. So the good thing about being a big company was that, guys, if my consumers are going to other beer, make Brahma do their job better. You know, to go there. that's the way, you know. So because I'm strengthening bonds with mind, you know, those consumers that are that have some relation with Skol and have Skol in their minds and in their heart, maybe. That's it. Well, please feel free to contact me for any other criticism.
Thank you so much, my friend. It's been a real privilege having you.
Thank you.